All right, sisters, Assalamu alaikum. I wanted to add something else to this. I really wanted to add two things that I thought were really, really important for me to add. So, when we talked about negative thinking and positive thinking, I really wanted to make sure that you understood what I meant. So, negative thinking is thinking that is displeasing to Allah. This is what I define negative thinking to be, okay? So as long as this thought is displeasing to Allah, then this is negative for us, right? And positive thinking is thinking that is pleasing to Allah. So I don't want you to think that positive thinking means, oh, you should be happy all the time. That's not realistic. Only in Jannah would we be happy all the time. May Allah grant us Jannah. But in this life, in this dunya, we are going to face sadness, sorrow, happiness, hardship, ease. We're going to see, the both side of the of the spectrum, if you will, because that's what this life is about, right? And for the believer, in every situation, his thoughts need to be positive. And so, what do I mean by that? Positive meaning pleasing to Allah Azza wa Jal. So this is work that we need to do, and this is why it's so important for us to be aware, to build this awareness with our thoughts. In this picture that you're saying, you have the quote. It's a hadith in Bukhari. These were words of Rasulullah when he lost his dear son Ibrahim. He said, "The eyes are shedding tears, and the heart is grieved, and we will not say except what pleases our Lord. O Ibrahim, indeed we are grieved by your separation." So this is not negative thinking, okay? He is feeling sadness. He is feeling sorrow. He is feeling pain and grief, right? But he has good thoughts about Allah. And he is like, we are not going to say anything except what pleases our Lord, right? That tells us that, he submits to his Qadr. He is pleased with whatever Allah decrees for him. He understands that this is good for him. And so these are the thoughts that are positive that we should be having and emulating in times of hardships and times of difficulty. So I hope this is clear about like the positive and negative thinking. I really wanted to, because you will not find this definition in the non-Muslim way of saying positive and negative thinking. Another thing is that I wanted to mention before we go is when you do this work, right? When you do the model, like that thought download, and you see things that you don't want to see, like you're like, you know what? I don't like what I'm seeing right now. I don't like this insecurity. I don't like that it's telling me that, I have insecurities, or that I'm jealous, or that, I don't love myself, or, like you may see things that are really, that you don't want to see. Instead of denying it, it's very important for you to sit with it for a while, to understand where it's coming from, to be at peace with it, and to ask Allah to aid you and reframe it, not to the complete opposite, like not to, oh yeah, everything is fine, but to something a little better that you would believe, that will be easy for you to believe, right? So those are the two things that I really wanted to add to the webinar. Again, it's been my pleasure. If you want to have a free interview with me to see if coaching is for you, book it. Like I said, right now, I have some availability. And so anything in this webinar that was a mistake, that was wrong, that is from me and from the devil, may Allah forgive me. Any shortcomings and any good is from Allah. And I really pray that you use these tools to gain clarity and focus. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.